The Kind-Hearted Baker. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and a meandering river, there lived a kind-hearted baker named Amelia. Her bakery, Amelia's Delights, was the heart and soul of the village. Each morning, the sweet aroma of freshly baked bread, cakes, and pastries wafted through the air, bringing joy to everyone who passed by. Amelia was not just known for her delectable treats, but also for her warm and generous nature. She had a heart as big as her oven and a smile that could brighten the gloomiest of days. Her customers didn't just come for the delicious pastries, they came for the sense of community and the kindness that filled her bakery. One crisp autumn morning, a stranger arrived in the village. His name was Hugo, and he had a scraggly beard, tattered clothes, and a tired look in his eyes. He had traveled far and wide, seeking shelter and a kind soul who would help him. As he entered the village, he noticed the delicious aroma of Amelia's pastries, and his empty stomach growled. Hugo approached the bakery with hesitation. He had heard stories of the kind baker, but he didn't want to impose. Yet, his hunger got the better of him, and he pushed open the bakery door. The warmth of the bakery and the sweet scent of pastries welcomed him like an old friend. Amelia, with her apron dusted in flour, greeted Hugo with a warm smile. "Good morning, dear. What can I get for you today?" Hugo, surprised by her kindness, stammered, I don't have much, but could you spare a piece of bread, please?" Amelia didn't hesitate. She handed him a freshly baked loaf of bread. "Here you go, dear. No one goes hungry in my bakery." Tears welled up in Hugo's eyes as he took the bread. "Thank you, kind lady. I will never forget your generosity." Hugo left the bakery with a grateful heart and a promise to return when he had something to give in return. Little did he know that this encounter would change not only his life, but the entire village. Days turned into weeks, and Hugo stayed in the village, working odd jobs to earn his keep. He had a knack for fixing things, and soon, the village folk started relying on him for various repairs. Hugo's rough exterior began to soften as he formed bonds with the villagers, and they realized he was more than just a traveler in need. One day, as the first snowflakes of winter began to fall, disaster struck the village. A fierce storm knocked down trees, blocking the road that connected the village to the outside world. The villagers were trapped, and their supplies dwindled rapidly. Amelia's bakery had become a lifeline for the villagers, providing them with much-needed sustenance. But the situation was dire, and even her flour and ingredients were running low. The villagers gathered to discuss their options. Hugo stood up and said, "I may have a solution. I have noticed an old abandoned mill at the edge of the village. If we can repair it, we can grind our own flour and keep the bakery running." The villagers agreed to give it a try, and with Hugo's expertise and the combined efforts of everyone, they managed to repair the mill. It wasn't long before the millstone was grinding wheat into fresh flour, and the bakery's ovens were once again filled with the heavenly scent of bread and pastries. As the days passed, Hugo's role in the village grew, and he became a beloved member of the community. His friendship with Amelia deepened, and they spent countless evenings sharing stories by the warm fireplace in her cozy bakery. One chilly evening, Amelia turned to Hugo and said, "You know, Hugo, you have given so much to this village, and it's time we did something for you in return. Would you like to stay here, with us? You have become family." Hugo, touched by her words, felt a warmth in his heart he had never known. He realized that he had found a place to call home, a place where his kindness and skills were appreciated. With a tear in his eye, he replied, "Amelia, this is the greatest gift anyone has ever given me. I would be honored to stay." And so, Hugo became a permanent member of the village, and Amelia's bakery flourished more than ever before. The village, once isolated by the storm, had grown stronger through unity and kindness. They learned that true wealth was not measured by possessions but by the love and compassion they shared with one another. The tale of the kind-hearted baker and the traveler with the heart of gold became a legend in the village, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, a single act of kindness could light the way and bring warmth to the coldest of winters. And so, in that cozy village nestled between the hills and the river, love and generosity continued to be the sweetest ingredients in Amelia's delightful pastries, and the village flourished, not just in bread and cakes, but in the richness of their hearts.